Welcome back to Acting Out Prep School. We have done a lot of hard work. We've learned what acting is and some basic theater vocabulary. We've learned how to warm up our bodies and our voices, and that the choices we make with our bodies and our voices directly impact the characters that we play on stage. We've designed our own character and written about the world that they live in and the other characters that they know. So now it's time to start thinking about our monologue. A monologue, as we learned in our vocabulary lesson, is a speech made by a single character. If you think about a play or a movie that you've seen, or a book that you've read that has a lot of dialogue in it, you know that dialogue is interesting because it's how characters connect through language. It helps move the story along. So when a character gets a monologue, it's because they have something important to say at length that is interesting and necessary in moving the plot forward. These monologues often come within a segment of a dialogue, prompted by a line from another character. Well, you might be thinking, I've already done all of this background work and created a world for my character. I think it's important for the audience to know who they are and where they come from. So I want to write a monologue where my character shares their story. Well, you're right. All of that work you've done is really important. But what if you could share the world of your character in a less direct way? Can you convey the necessary components of your character within a conflict they're having with another character? Let's get into writing mode. Now let's talk through an example. It all begins with a little concept we call the moment before. So my character has to walk to school in the rain and she's running late. So I think, what moments could lead to a monologue about having to walk to school in the rain, being late, and what unique qualities of my character could be shared in that situation? So, got it. My character comes down to breakfast and discovers that her sister is wearing the top that she had picked out for herself the night before to wear to school today. What? And when she confronts her about it, her sister says, "Looks better on me anyway." Oh, first of all, ew. And second of all, no, it does not look better on you. And that's not even the point. You know that I like to pick out my clothes the night before so I have nothing to worry about the next morning. Now I have to figure out something to wear and find something that won't make me look totally gross by the time I get to school in this rainstorm. And that top perfectly matched my rain boots. And you're gonna stretch it out. What did we learn about my character there? Take a minute to write down a few ideas. Here's what I got. She has a sister, probably relatively close in age since they can share clothes. And they probably don't get along very well since her sister took the top without asking. And, see, my character is organized and prepared. That's why she picked out her clothes the night before school. And she must have even looked up the weather to figure out it might be raining, which is why she chose the top that matched her rain boots. That's a lot to learn about a character from one short monologue. Let's try another one. So my character flies out the door, already late, runs smack into another kid on their way to school, and falls into a puddle. The kid says, "Watch where you're going, why don't ya?" and doesn't even bother to help her up. Then an older kid, a friend of her sister's, walks up and asks, "Are you okay?"
Who, me? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just enjoying this nice, cool rain we're having. Not every day we get rain here, know what I mean? So I thought I would just soak it all in. Actually, I'm writing a short story about a girl who loves the rain. So this is research. This is just research for my short story. Okay, she's gone. Well, that was cool and normal. Okay, yeah, I gotta go change.
What did we learn that time? Well, my character lives somewhere that doesn't get much rain. And she's probably a writer or a creative type of some kind. I mean, I know that she made up that line about writing a story to make her situation look more normal, but she was quick with that idea to save face in front of someone she clearly did not want to know she just fell in a puddle. Let's try one more. My character goes back into the house to change her clothes and runs into her mom, who says, "Well, if you don't look like something the cat dragged in, you do know you're going to be late and I can't drive you today."
I do know that. I do know that I'm going to be late. Can't you see? I mean, look at me, Mom. I'm soaking wet and dripping all over your perfect hardwood floors. I obviously can't go to school like this. I would rather be late and dry than have to walk around all day looking like, as you put it, something the cat dragged in. What do cats drag in exactly, Mom? Dead birds and mice and sad little pieces of string, and you're like, cat, why would you think that I would want this, of all things? All you really did was bring me a mess that I don't have time to clean up. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to school today. So sorry to inconvenience you.
Now that one was kind of sad, but we learned a lot, didn't we? My character doesn't feel valued. She doesn't feel like her mother really sees her or has time for her. She feels less important than clean floors. That's the kind of deep character information that can be shared in a monologue. In each of my examples, you get an understanding of setting, relationship, and conflict without me having to write a narrative. It's all in the context, the given circumstances. Now it's your turn. Think about what we covered today and take some time to write a first draft of a monologue for your character. Keep in mind these key points. What was the moment before? Who is your character talking to, and what is their relationship? How does the setting inform how your character behaves? And how can you portray that setting through context? And guess what? That's your homework assignment. I want you to write a first draft of a monologue for your character. And when we come back, we'll begin the editing process. But before you go, you may have noticed this new object on my desk. It's my writer's block. If you're unfamiliar with the term, writer's block is when a writer's mind goes totally blank and refuses to produce any new ideas. It happened to me more than once when writing this workshop. So if you have trouble coming up with an idea, that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Just go do something else for a little while. Walk around outside, play with a sibling, read a book, find something else artistic to do that could inspire you. You'll be surprised how fast writer's block can go away once you stop fixating on it. So do your best, have fun, and come back whenever you're ready. If you'd like to share your homework with me, get the permission of a parent or guardian, and when you're finished, visit the website listed here. Then click on the Submit Homework button.